welcome to iPen Podcast. Let's talk about it. My name is Joanne Cox.
Hi, I'm Nanette Buchanan, and welcome to this week's presentation of Let's Talk About It. And here we talk about just about anything. Today's topic is a warning. We're talking about scamming, and we're talking about the fact that scammers have now become business people. It seems like they make their money off of an unknowing audience. And a lot of times we just say, oh, block the phone call. You know, just put the block on the phone. They have a way to get around the block. Once you answer that phone, they just call you from another number. They just call you from another area code. They just call you from another person's number.
Yes.
On the internet, you're ordering different things, you're buying different things, and you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know if the place that you're buying it from is legit. Make sure you check, even in your emails that you get. You get an email that says your security on your computer is not working. Or you get an email that says your Amazon order is $800 or your renewal fee for something that you've already ordered. Make sure that those emails are genuine. Before you do anything, look up scam Amazon, scam Verizon, scam whatever the company name is, and they'll tell you about the scams and what to look out for.
And I think what they're preying on is somehow or the other, Nanette, they can find out what you're interested in. Because as you mentioned the word Amazon, if you're a constant Amazon orderer, they're going to go, oh, she's used to this, so she feels comfortable.
Yes.
And right now the big thing is Medicare and Medicaid.
Exactly.
And so they're going to flood the phone with that. How do they know that someone is even in your house with that age group?
Well, not only that, they call with the medical alert. They call with the diabetic monitor for your insulin. They call with anything they think may fit your age group.
Yes.
Whatever they think. They ask you, do you have a monitor for this or a monitor for that? The other thing is even Microsoft. Everyone knows that Norton is the virus protector on Microsoft. Well, now you get the email that says, your Norton is expiring and here's the bill.
Okay, now my question to you, if you can answer this, how do we avoid these calls?
I've done in-depth research. Now being retired, I get more phone calls from them than I get from family members and friends, okay? I've got more blocked phone calls than I've got a phone list of people that I do call.
Yes.
But the thing about it is, if you have a provider, if you have a landline in your house, meaning you have a regular telephone in your house,
yes,
you can ask your provider to put you on the block list. You can also call the 800 number, which is a universal number, and put your number on that list. Now ask me, does it work? Well, y'all already know it don't work that well. But the thing about it is, if you're on that list and if you're already blocking those numbers, when you do get that call for Amazon, or you do get that call for PayPal, or you get that call for any one of the subscribers that you use, when you contact their scam unit or their fraud unit, they want to make sure that you're already on the block list.
Okay, that's what I need
so
to hear.
that's what they want to know. That's the first thing that they ask. Even if you're just filling out their form, they ask, are you already registered with the United States block list?
Okay.
Because they're trying their best to stop it. What I don't understand is with all of this modern technology and everything else that they can do with the technology and everything else, we're not better than the scammers. We can't stop certain things that the scammers are doing because they're not high-level tech. They're small-level tech. And they're doing this to people, and I can't imagine people that are older than us that are going through this and then answering the phone and finding out that it's, and not understanding that it is a scam. If I want that medical alert, but it was going to cost me $100, and now you're telling me I can get it for just $50.
And I think what we need to remember, and I'd like to reiterate, is when you first started, you were letting the viewers know that this is some things that you need to do. You know, go ahead and check out whatever the provider is that, not your phone provider, but the place you're calling. If it's Amazon, if it's Wayfair. Because it's so much easier to check with them than to try to get out of the mess.
And it could even be your vacationing. It can even be the hotels. The scams are there. So when they call you with this fantastic package and they tell you that they've got this fantastic price, All you have to do is tell them, I need to call you back. First signal. Because if you can't reach back to them to let them know that you need to confer with your husband, your wife, or whomever, you don't have to confer with any of them. You call the hotel.
Yes.
Is there a special? Is there a special?
And this is where we can go with this. Some of the problems that can occur with this. First of all, they're either wanting to take your money, or they're simply wanting to get other information. There are so many things that they want to know. Your complete email address, your last four, your social security number, and then...
Or the card that you regularly use.
Yes. So once you do this here on a Monday, they might wait 30 days. And then now they're going to be using your MasterCard, Visa, or whatever your credit or debit card is. And you would not make the connection.
And that could be a scam as well. They'll call you and tell you that your card has been used for an order. And the order is XYZ. The first thing I've done, and I'm not saying that it's the correct thing, because believe me, sometimes I'm just a little off. But the first thing that I've done is tell them, well, why aren't you shipping it? Exactly. If I've made that order already, then what's the holdup? Send it to my house. You already have all my information. Put my order through. Usually I get a hang up. That's how I know that this has to be fraudulent, because when does Amazon call you to tell you that your shipment is on the way?
Yes.
Or someone call you to tell you that it's a fraudulent purchase? They're not calling you. Amazon does not call you. Social Security does not call you. Medicare, I just checked with them 2 days ago. They do not make these kind of phone calls. Yes. These government agencies do not call you personally to tell you come and sign up.
And another thing I would like to add to it, because we've been talking about phone calls, but our topic is about scamming. There is scamming going on Facebook.
Yes.
And so you have to be careful about that, because now they're into the internet and they know that who you know.
Yes.
So now they're saying you can get a check for this amount of money, and this is it. And they go, oh, okay, that's Nanette. I can trust her. Well, you need to get in contact with Nanette.
Exactly.
You don't just take that. I've had that to happen on my Facebook.
Exactly. Or the other one that says, I'll cash app you if you fill out this form.
Yes.
No one's cash apping you to fill out a form. No one's doing that. So be careful of how you make your connections, because like I said, scamming has become a business. If they scam enough people for $100, they've got that amount times 100. So even if you say no and they get 3 yeses, it's worth them doing it.
And what's so amazing, and you pointed out about red flags, it's usually something that's really off, but you don't pay attention to, because they don't say you can get $100. They're going to tell you you can get a $7,000 check.
Exactly.
All you need to do is...
And as the saying goes, if it sounds impossible,
too good to be true is the term.
If it sounds that way, then know that your gut feeling is the right feeling. That it is not possible that this is going on. No one is just going to give you that amount of money. And
another red flag is when they say you have to take this order right now.
Yes.
This is not valid tomorrow.
Yes.
They don't want you to check. They don't want you to think about it. That is a red flag.
And some of the numbers, that's another thing that's on the form when you call the registry. They will ask, did you speak to a representative? Did they give you an ID number? Did they give you a phone number? Those phone numbers are important, because those are the numbers that they flag when they send their investigators out to get those, to flag those numbers.
Okay, and even
if those numbers are on cell phones that they're using or different lines that they're using, it's a way for them to track the calls. So it's important that you do get the ID number. It's important that you do get the phone number. Or you can ask them, which I've done on numerous occasions. Let me speak to your manager.
That's a good one.
When you get a manager on the phone and you get their number and their name, because you want to make sure that this is not a fraudulent call. And some of them will get quite nasty with you and hang up, or tell you whatever they want to tell you for the day, or call you out your name, because now you have discovered the scam.
Yes.
So you can do that. Now on the cell phone, your cell phones, most of your cell phones have an anti-scam system in it. And all you have to do is block the call. After you've gotten the call the one time, you can block the call. And of course, your cell phone works a little different than the phone at home.
And they realize that, and what you said earlier, that's when they decide to call from another number.
Yes. Yes.
So you recognize the number. You've already had it blocked, but now instead of it coming from Ruby, now it's coming from Susan.
Exactly. And a lot of times I've done this as well. When it comes up with a name, if it comes up with Joanne Cox, I will dial the name back to let the person know that your number is being used in scam calling. Because you don't want them to assume that people are scamming them by calling them, asking them questions. But if your number is being used, then you don't know that as well.
Right.
You're not sure. But if the name comes up, you're expecting the person to be on the line. And it's not always someone you know. It could be just someone in your same area code, your same zip code, or whatever. So you need to watch those things too. But the key to this, and I've been trying to figure this out for the last couple of months. Like I said, I've been working on this, trying to get rid, because I got too many of them, is they rather fail and consider it honorable. They rather fail, because if I fail one time but I win 4 times, I'm good. But then they rather do that, knowing that they would succeed by fraud. So
You've heard it here.
You've got to be careful. Be careful. We want you to tune in each and every Thursday, because these topics and topics like these are just little hints and little tips that we give you to open a conversation. That's why it's called Let's Talk About It. To open a conversation with your family, with your friends, to say, hey, did you know that this is what's going on? So we wanted to tell you about scamming today. It may be something else tomorrow, or it may be a topic that you want to talk about. It may be something you want to make us aware of. We'd love to hear your comments. Please leave your comments.
And I know that you've learned something today. So until next time, invite a friend, and we'll see you later.